Babes, gather round. You won't believe the week I just had. In fact, I think I'm done with Lagos men. Well, hold on to your wigs, because this gist is hotter than Iyabasira's pepper soup. I, Adebola Adeyemi, your resident Lagos baby girl, went on 7 dates with 7 different madmen in just 7 days. And when I say mad, I mean M to the A to the D. So grab your zobo and chin-chin, sit tight, and let me spill all the tea. So, they all started with this banker guy, Emeka. Oh no. The man's ego was bigger than Third Mainland Bridge. Emeka arrived at the swanky restaurant in Victoria Island, his designer suit perfectly pressed and his shoes shining brighter than his future. I had to admit, he looked good. If you're into that corporate Adonis type. As soon as we sat down, he started flexing. Adebola, do you know I am the youngest senior manager in my bank's history? He boasted, puffing at his chest like a proud rooster. I sipped my Chapman, thinking, here we go again. For the next hour, Emeka talked about nothing but himself, his car, his investments, his travels. I swear, at the end of the date, I could have written his biography. When the bill came, he made a big show of pulling out his platinum card. Let me take care of this, babe. It's nothing for a big boy like me. I rolled my eyes so hard I almost saw my brain. Thanks, Emeka. It's been enlightening. As I left, I couldn't help but think, if his ego were money, would be richer than Dangote. Girls, I swear, by the time I got home, my ears were begging for mercy. But little did I know that this was just the beginning of my wild week. They too brought me face to face with Olumide, or should I say, MC Naira Ray. Chai! This one nearly burst my eardrums. I met Olumide at a hip bar in Lekki, with his dreadlocks, baggy jeans, and enough gold chains to open a jewelry store. He definitely stood out. As soon as I sat down, he grinned and said, baby girl, let me bless your ears with some bars. Before I could even order my drink, Olumide, MC Naira Ray, launched into a freestyle rap right there in the middle of the bar. Adebola, you're finer than Coca-Cola. Your beauty's off the charts. Girl, you're breaking my solar plugs. I wanted to dive under the table. Hey, people were staring, some amused, others clearly annoyed. But Olumide was in his own world, hands waving and head bobbing. For 2 hours straight, every sentence was a rap. He ordered drinks with a rhyme, complimented my dress with a beat, and even asked for my number in verse. By the end of the night, my head was pounding harder than his imaginary bars. As we parted ways, he said, yo, Adebola, this night was tight. Hope to see you, alright? I mumbled something about calling him and practically ran to my car, thinking, God, I beg you, my ears need deliverance. Babes, I'm not even joking. I had to play Yemi Alade and full blast just to drown out his rhymes, echoing in my head. But wait till you hear about day 3. On day 3, I met Trika, and girls, this man's muscles had muscles. But trust me, that was the only thing big about her. Trika suggested we meet at an outdoor cafe after his workout. When we arrived, I almost mistook him for a walking protein shake. His t-shirt was so tight, I feared for the safety of the seams. Hey, Adebola, he grinned, immediately flexing his biceps. Like what you see? Before I could answer, he launched into a detailed account of his workout routine, his protein intake, and his plans to complete in Mr. Nigeria. Every few minutes, he would pause to strike a pose or flex a muscle. Feel this, he would say, extending his arm across the table. That's what dedication looks like. I popped his bicep upward, wondering if I could fake a medical emergency to escape. When our smoothies arrived, Trika frowned at mine. You know that has sugar, right? It will go straight to your hips. I took a long, deliberate sip, maintaining eye contact. Delicious. As the dates wore on, I realized Chika had the personality of a dumbbell, heavy and one-dimensional. When he started explaining the benefits of a special protein powder, I knew it was time to go. Sorry, Chika, I said, standing up. I just remembered I have a cake to eat and lots of sugar. Bye. As I walked away, I heard him call out, don't forget to do your squats. I swear, by the time I got home, I was exhausted just from watching him float. But hold on tight, because day 4 was a whole other level of drama. Day 4 brought me Akin, and oh my days. I've never seen a grown man so attached to his mother's apron. Akin had suggested a homemade dinner at his place, which sounded romantic. Little did I know, his place meant his family home, and homemade dinner meant cooked by his mother. As soon as I arrived, Akin's mother, Mrs. Adekoke, opened the door. Ah, it must be Adebola. Come in, come in. Akin has told me so much about you. I stepped into the living room. Akin bounded up like an excited puppy. Adebola, I'm so glad you're here. Mommy made her special jollof rice for us. For the next 2 hours, I sat on the couch between Akin and his mother, looking through family photo albums. Mr. Adekoke told me about every single one of Akin's achievements, from his first steps to his university graduation. See this one. This is when my sweet boy won the special B in primary 3. Oh, he was always so smart. Akin beamed at every compliment, adding, it's all thanks to you, Mommy. When we finally sat down to eat, Mr. Adekoke insisted on serving Akin herself. Now, darling, don't forget to eat your vegetables. You know they are good for you. Yes, Mommy, Akin replied obediently. I sat there, fork in hand, wondering if I had accidentally agreed to a playdate rather than a romantic dinner. As I prepared to leave, Mr. Adekoke hugged me so tightly. It was so lovely to meet you, Adebola. I hope we'll see you again soon. Maybe next time, you can help me bake Akin's favorite cake. Akin walked to my car, then turned back to wave at his mother, who was watching from the window. Bye, Mommy. I'll be right back. As I drove away, I couldn't help but think. I came for a date but ended up babysitting. Girls, I half expected her to cut his meat for him, but trust me, day 5 was even more bizarre. Okay, ladies, raise yourself for day 5. I met Femi, and let me tell you, this man's tinfoil hat game was strong. Femi suggested we meet at a quiet park for a picnic. Sounds normal, right? Oh, how wrong I was. As soon as I sat down on the picnic blanket, Femi leaned in close and whispered, do you know that Lagos is actually controlled by a secret society of lizard people? I blinked. Certain had misheard him. I'm sorry, what? And that, my friends, was the beginning of the most bizarre 2 hours of my life. Femi had a conspiracy theory for everything. The traffic in Lagos, clearly a government plot to control our movements. The recent fuel scarcity, obviously orchestrated by alien overlords to prepare us for their energy harvesting technology. Every time I tried to change the subject, Femi found a way to steer it back to his outlandish theories. When I mentioned I liked his shirt, he launched into a tirade about how the fashion industry was brainwashing us with subliminal messages in clothing patterns. You see the stripes, he said, pointing to his shirt. They are actually a code. If you look closely, you can see they spell out obey in Morse code. I squinted at his very ordinary striped shirt, wondering if I could fake a sudden onset of malaria to escape. The final straw came when he offered me a sandwich. Don't worry, he said with a wink. I made it myself. You can never be too careful about what they put in our food these days. So I took a bite. He leaned in again. By the way, did you know that mangoes are actually surveillance devices planted by the Illuminati. I nearly choked on my sandwich. You know what, Femi? I just remembered I have an urgent denominatification appointment. I have to go. As soon as I speed walk away, I heard him call out, "Wait! I haven't told you about the mermaids in Lagos Lagoon yet." Girls, I saw my favorite wig. I've never been so glad to see the end of a date. We were starting to think I was a mad one for agreeing to this week of madness. But little did I know, day 6 will take the cake. Day 6. Oh, day 6. Meet Tunde, the self-proclaimed king of Lagos Instagram. Tunde chose a new trendy restaurant in Victoria Island for our date. As soon as I arrived, I spotted him at a table, his phone already in hand. "Adebola, babe!" he called out, waving me over. "Quick, come sit down. The lighting is perfect right now." Before I could even say hello, Tunde has snapped about 10 selfies of us together. Wait. Let me add a filter. Perfect. Date night with a mysterious beauty. Hashtag Lagos finest. Hashtag blessed. Hashtag date night. And then post. I tried to start the conversation, but Tunde was too busy checking his likes and comments. When our drinks arrived, he spent 5 minutes arranging them for the perfect shot. "Babe, can you hold your glass up?" No. A little to the left. "Now smile." Perfect. By the time our food came, it was stone cold. Tunde had insisted on photographing every dish from every angle, then editing and posting each picture before we could eat. "Trust me," he said, "rearranging my plate for the 10th time. Presentation is everything. My followers expect nothing but the best." I was starving and irritated. "Tunde, can we please just eat now?" He looked shocked. "Eat? But we haven't done the boomerang of us clinking glasses yet." When I tried to take a bite, he practically slapped the fork out of my hand. "Wait, I need a shot of you taking the first bite. It's for my Instagram story." After an hour of posing and hardly any eating, I'd had enough. I stood up abruptly. "Where are you going?" Tunde asked, looking up from his phone for the first time. "We haven't done our couple's mirror selfie in the bathroom yet." "Sorry, Tunde," I said, grabbing my bag. "I just remembered I'm allergic to hashtags. Bye." As I left, I heard him call out, "At least let me get a boomerang of you walking away dramatically." Hey, girls, I swear, I've never been so hungry after a dinner in my life. I had to stop for roadside suya on my way home just to get some real food. But hold on to your gele, because day 7 was the grand finale of this circus. And now, my darlings, we come to the final day of my dating disaster week. Enter Chidi, the man who thought every moment was an audition for Nollywood. Chidi suggested we meet for a casual walk in Lekki. Sounds normal, right? Oh, how naive I was. From the moment he arrived, every word out of Chidi's mouth was delivered with the dramatic flair of a soap opera star. He didn't just greet me. He threw his arms wide open and exclaimed, "Adebola, my heart's deepest desire, how the gods have blessed me with your presence." People on the street turned to stare. I wanted to melt into the pavement. As we walked, Chidi narrated everything like it was a movie script. And so, the dashing Chidi and the beautiful Adebola strolled down the street, their hearts beating as one, unaware of the dangers that lurked around every corner. I tried to have a normal conversation, but Chidi turned every response into a soliloquy. When I asked about his job, he launched into a dramatic monologue about the struggles of a misunderstood artist, complete with chest-clutching and skyward glances. Things went from embarrassing to mortifying. When we passed the flower seller, Chidi immediately dropped to one knee, bought a rose, and began to serenade me right there on the sidewalk. "Oh, Adebola, your beauty outshines the sun. Your eyes sparkle brighter than all the stars in the sky. Will you?" "Chidi," I hissed, trying to pull him up as a crowd gathered. "What are you doing?" He winked at me and whispered, "Just go with it, baby. This is great practice for my next audition. That was it. I'd had enough. I'm sorry, Chidi, but I really have to go. But Chidi wasn't done with his performance. As I turned to leave, he fell to his knees crying out, "No! Don't leave me! My love, how will I go on without you? The world is cold and dark without your radiant presence." As I speedwalked away, I could hear him wailing dramatically, "Adebola! Adebola!" I didn't stop walking until I was safely in my car, my face burning with embarrassment. Girls, I swear on my favorite Louboutins, I've never been so mortified in my life. I drove on faster than whiskey drops hits, wondering how I got myself into this mess, but wait to hear how this whole crazy adventure ended. I flopped onto my couch, exhausted from a week of dating disaster. As I kicked off my heels and reached for my phone, I couldn't help but laugh at the absurdity of it all. I quickly dialed my best friend here one day. "Babe, you won't believe the week I've just had," I said as soon as she picked up. For the next hour, I spilled all the tea, from Emeka's ego trip to Chidi's dramatic street performance. Yawande's laughter echoed through the phone, mixing with my own. "Girl, you've been through it," she exclaimed between giggles. "But you know what? At least you've got some epic stories to tell at our next girls' night." As we chatted, I realized something. Yes, this date had been disastrous, but it had also been fun. In a weird, twisted way, I'd enjoyed the adventure of it all. Each madman, in quote, had shown me a different side of Lagos, a different flavor of the city's vibrant, chaotic energy. "You know what, Yewande?" I said, a smile spreading across my face. "I think I needed this week. It reminded me why I love this crazy city so much. Lagos is like these 7 men combined. We're confident, loud, fitness-obsessed, family-oriented, full of wild ideas, image-conscious, and always ready for drama." Yewande laughed. Only you, Adebola, could find a life lesson in a week of terrible dates. As we said our goodbyes, I walked to my window, looking out at the Lagos skyline, bathed in a warm glow of the setting sun. The city pulsed with life, full of stories waiting to be told, adventures waiting to happen. I thought about each of my madmen: Emeka, Olumide, Chuka, Akin, Femi, Tunde, and Chidi. In their own weird ways, they'd each shown me a piece of Lagos, a facet of the city's personality. Maybe I hadn't found love this week, but I'd fallen in love with Lagos all over again. Its chaos, its energy, its never-ending surprises, good and bad. And really, isn't that what being a Lagos baby girl is all about? I grinned to myself, already planning my outfit for next weekend. After all, in a city like Lagos, you never know what or who you might encounter next. And there you have it, my lovelies. My week of dating disaster turned into a love letter to Lagos itself. Remember, no matter how bad a date gets, it's all part of the adventure. Keep your standards high, your heels higher, and never stop embracing the beautiful madness of this city we call home. This is Adebola, your Lagos baby girl, signing off. Until next time, stay fabulous.